Good morning, Professor. My name is Zouhir Warid, but you should just go by Z. I'm a business management major, and
My name is Cameron Rogers. I'm a business management major.
And my name is Joanna Skrzypczyńska, and I'm business management major.
today we're going to be presenting a project on fast fashion and whether it's sustainable or not.
Research, motivation, and purpose. So today's fashion business cycle and its adverse impact on sustainable fashion are a major motivation and purpose to conduct this research. We'll primarily focus on the potential sustainability of fast fashion regarding the supply chain and the effect it may have or currently has on the environment. Next slide. Our research paper answered the following questions. Firstly, why is fast fashion bad for the supply chain? Secondly, why is fast fashion bad for the environment? And last but not least, is fast fashion sustainable?
So to introduce our research and case studies, we looked at two brands, Shein and H&M. Shein was founded in China in 2008, and it is a brand where they advertise that their clothes are made in China, that it's very cost-friendly, and it is very transparent that their clothes are made just to show that they have impacted on the environment. So we also looked in H&M, which is a Swedish retail company most recognized as a fast fashion brand. It is the second largest retailer in the world. It has operated in 62 different countries, and they are known for this fast fashion brand to be very developing eco materials, providing safe training, maintaining sustainable manufacturing, and reducing carbon emission, and promoting eco fashion. So we dived into Shein. Is it good for the environment? So Shein's environment rate is very poor. There's no experience that the brand is taking action to reduce and eliminate harmful chemicals that they release from making their clothing. They use few eco-friendly materials with no evidence of reducing its carbon or other greenhouse gas emissions in their supply chain. Their label rates are very poor. There's no evidence that their workers have safe conditions, and their source of final stage of production in most countries is an extreme risk to labor abuse. And on top of that, their animal rating is at its start, so there's no evidence that they are minimalizing the suffering of animals. They use wool. They do not use leather. They do not use exotic animal fur or down fur or expensive or exotic animal skin. However, there is no evidence that there is any trace of animal products in the stage of production. On the other hand, H&M has taken great efforts to be aggressive with their sustainable goals. They are 100% recyclable and other sustainable source of materials. They have challenged the fashion industry to use completely sustainable material. I took this screenshot from the H&M Group's sustainable strategy, where they are looking to be equal and fair for jobs in diversity, wanting to lead a change and be more innovative, and including climate positivity with their supply chain and customer journey. And they have been contributing to 8% of the global CO2 emissions. And looking forward to, there's a relationship between central innovative labs to find new material and more sustainable material with their growing company. So a little background and framework on our case analysis and goal. So the fast fashion industry is a huge impact on the environment and the fashion industry in general. It is the second largest population polluter in the world. However, there are ways that they can convert their stain on the environment. A lot of countries have been using untreated toxin waterways, and that leads to mercury and other chemicals. But choosing to use organic fabric and natural fabric has not required chemicals that are being released. We believe that with this major turn in fast fashion, that there will be a huge impact on the environment, and that is our background and framework going into our research.
Thank you, Cameron. So now I'll be going over the managerial implications. The only positive implication really is that it provides affordable clothing, but that comes with a long list of negatives. The first negative implication that I'll go over is pollution. Like Cameron mentioned, the industry emits 10% of the global carbon emissions, which is huge, even though it may only seem like 10%. It's more than international flights and maritime shipping. I mean, produces 21 billion tons of waste each year, which is a massive number. And there's just no way that it could possibly be sustainable. Workers are pretty much being treated like slaves in sweatshops all across the globe, making up to $3 a day, and they're working in hostile conditions. This being said, more CEOs of companies and more managers of companies should strive to be more like H&M. They should be setting goals to become more sustainable and enforce strict regulations to make sure that these goals are met. So in conclusion, we have decided that fast fashion is not sustainable. So the sustainability strategy of H&M has been analyzed. As a fast fashion pioneer, H&M has made much effort to build a more sustainable supply chain, such as recycling materials back into production. However, the fast apprentice rate, ambitious expansion plan, and the insatiable pursuit of profit makes this strategy seem a bit sketchy. Now, the climate change issue has been discussed. It has never plagued the planet as much as it has today. Over the whole history of the planet, it has found the greenhouse gas emission is the key contributor to the overheating problem. Besides, global warming causes a series of negative effects, such as rising sea level and extreme weathers. It is in itself a vicious circle. In conclusion, we just decided that fast fashion is not sustainable. And our limitations in our research is that we found a lack of fast fashion brands, or I should say sustainable fast fashion brands. Although we can use almost any other fast fashion brand to compare against H&M, there's a lack of sustainable fast fashion brands. It seemed like H&M was really the only company that we found that has strived to make a difference. And again, there should be more companies willing to do the same. Time constraints in our research was also another limitation. Although we had enough time to research, we didn't have as much time as we wanted to really put things together. And yeah, that is concludes our presentation. This is our reference slide, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch our presentation.